All right. Hi, ladies and Jared. I'm going to show you how to run the dirt track races in Trackside. So this is going to show you how to division or heat a class. This is exactly what we tried to do when we did it at Frigid 6 sort of on accident, but it works perfectly for our purposes in this event for the dirt track stuff. Okay, so the event is already going to be set up. This should always already be set up for you guys, but I do want you guys to know what it looks like on the event setup screen because it is different than what our motocross ones will be. So to moto format, obviously in this case, Moto 1 is our heat, and then Moto 2 is our main, essentially. So instead, on regular motocross races, obviously we do the combined moto finishes for the overall. For this, Moto 2 is the overall. Basically, all we're doing is disregarding Moto 1, the heat, because the only purpose of the heat race, which is the Moto 1 race, is to get the riders' row positions figured out for the main. But we're not dropping any riders using the heat finishes. So Moto 2 is the overall. Sign up. So this is a cloned event, but I just signed up 20 riders. I put them all into this 100 sportsman stock modified. So we can only have 7 riders on the track at a time, and that's based on the AMA's rules for how many inches need to be between the bikes at the start. And so when we have anything more than 7, we have to create a heater division on that race. And so for this 100 sportsman stock, obviously we have 20 riders we need to create heat division. So I'm in the class detail tab. So sign up tab, this is where we would have signed all the riders up. It's as per the usual, right? Then class detail. Okay, so let's say we have whatever 6 classes, all the other ones are fine. They have 5, 4, whatever, less than 7. Then the sportsman stock needs to create a heat division. So we're gonna hit create heat divisions. Okay, so these are populated already based on the fact that I've already been messing with this event and doing this, but when you first come to the screen on an event that it hasn't been done with yet, this one right here is going to be blank. So when you click on the drop down, it shows you can either pick order of sign up, random selection, series points, qualifying times. It doesn't really matter. You could pick order of sign up or random selection. I just would rather just do a random selection. Total number of divisions. So this is going to change based on how many riders we have in the class. So this one we do need 3 because we're going to end up with 7 is 14, and the other 6 will be in division 3. If we had less than that would fit into 2 divisions, then we would do 2, right? Like if we had 14 or 13 or 12, whatever, then that would be into 2 divisions. But for this one, it defaults to 3, so we're just gonna leave it at 3. And then this one, number of gate positions per row in division, it defaults to 40, but we're gonna always have it at 7 because that is the max number of bikes in a row that we can fit based on the parameters of the track, footage or whatever at the start. So create divisions. Now, nothing in this screen has changed, but when we go to the Heats Divisions tab, now we're going to have Division 1, oops, boom, Division 2, boom, 7, 7, 6. Okay, cool. So now we have to go to the race order screen. Okay, so first off, we need to print a gate report, right? This is what we're going to post. So now all these riders have been signed up for the class. We've now split them into divisions. They need to know what division they've been in. So that's when we have to create the gate report. If you try and create the gate report right now, though, you get an error message because it'll say the selected class is not in the race order. That's because we have to put it in the race order. So we'll go put them all in one or whatever we would be doing with them. So we're going to hit reports, gate order. Now for gate order, normally we pick motocross, but for these races, the dirt track races, we're going to hit supermoto because in the supermoto, it gives us the row. Now for the heats, this doesn't matter because there's only going to be 1 row for all the heats. But when we go to the main, all 3 of these divisions are going to be put back into the main. So their row will matter because we're going to have 3 rows. So we're going to hit all selected classes in race order. Then it's going to generate the report. Okay, boom, this guy knows now, okay, I'm in Division 1, I'm in Gate 1, whatever. So you're going to print that. Now, I'm going to go in and I'm going to give them a finish for these. Now, when we do this race in real life, the transponders are going to read. So basically what would happen now is this would go to the race. Okay, Division 1 would be up. They would race around. Of course, we're going to hand score it as per the usual, just in case the transponder doesn't read or something. But the transponder should give us the finish on all of these. We won't have to do this. I'm just doing it for purposes of the demo. But I'll just give them all a place and I'm going to save it. Now we'll go to Division 2, give them all a finish order. 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6. Save it. And then Division 3, give them all finished. All of them need a finish. So if one of these guys' transponders didn't read or something, we can't leave him as an 88 or whatever, because that will take him out and not let him go into the main. So obviously we would fix that anyways, but all of these guys need a finish in order to be put into the main by Trackside. All right, so all of them have finishes now. And now in any one of these screens, so any of the division screens, it doesn't matter if you're in Division 1, Division 2, whatever, as long as all of these racers have a score, now we're going to create a main event. So by going up to Actions, we hit Create Main Event. Boom. So top 10 out of each division advance to the main event. Now this defaults to 6, or it might default to 1 less than however many are in the class. I'm not sure, but I've seen it default to 6. I want it changed to 10 because we know that 10 is always going to be greater than the number of entries in a division. That is just telling Trackside that we want all of these people in each division to advance up. And then number of gate positions per row in the main is always going to be 7. We're going to hit create main event. Even though we're just in this one division of it, it's going to take everybody out of all the divisions and create a main event with them. And based on their finish times by the transponder reading, it's going to assign them for us the row and the gate position. So now we have to go back to the race order. Okay, so now there's a whole new race to be put in. There's a whole new class to be put in. What we're going to do is take out the division class because that one's no longer, that one's no longer needed in there. And we're going to put in the class, the main event class. Okay, so now this is why we're going to print another gate report, right? So now that the division heat race is over, now they need to know, and then go to Supermoto again. They need to know what row and position they're in for the main event. So now this shows row 1. Now this is based on all their finishes. Row 2, row 3. So when this happens, like when this report gets generated, this is going to be based on the transponder's reading. So this is not debatable. I don't know if people are going to try and debate with us, oh, I should be in row 1 or I should be in row 2 or whatever, but this is going to be based on the transponder's reading. So it shouldn't really be debatable. Anyway, so you would print this up and this is what's going to get posted. So all the racers know, okay, I'm in row 1, I'm in position 6, whatever. So you would print that. And we are going to go to motos. So now that we did the heat division tab, right? That's where all their finishes would show up in there. Now, when we go to motos, now this class is going to show in motos. Boom. Before, when it was divisioned out, it wouldn't have shown in motos. I guess I could have showed you guys that, but it doesn't matter. So moto finish 1 is basically heat race 1's finish. Now this also shows, okay, this guy got assigned to main event row 1, gate position, blah. So I'm going to go ahead and put finishes in for these. So we will do it backwards. Let's do 20, 17. 3, 2, 1. Just to mix it up a little bit. Save it. And again, that this won't be like this. Like the transponders will read. We will get Moto 2 finishes based on their transponders. I'm just doing this for purposes of the demonstration. Now, overall finish is going to be their Moto 2 finish. So it already resorted them based on their Moto 2 finish for their overall. And then that should be it. Series points we don't need to worry about because we're not tracking series points. District is tracking it. And so then you would just go to your reports, regular old reports like we always do, finish order, you do selected class, and that's going to give us our finish order. So it gave us their heat finish, and it even labels it correctly, which is actually pretty nice because this is actually set up for, this heat division thing is set up basically for a dirt track-esque race. So it says Jackson Adams, he's the first overall. In his heat, he was 5th, but in the main, he got first. And Moto 2 is the overall. So anyways, that's it, guys. I hope that made sense. All right, talk to you later. Bye.